Clark. All right. How you doing, Clark?
It's Hurricane Day.
Hurricane Day. Hurricane Helene is what, 130 miles this way right now?
Yeah, something like that to the hard west of us. So David. We know a lot of people are probably worried right now. They're shaking their boots. Probably a lot of people that have properties in flood zones, as I know I would be. Talk to everyone a little bit about maybe one or two things that you do either prior to the hurricane to be able to make sure that you can actually sleep at night and not lose a bunch of sleep.
Clark, I've been buying and selling and renovating and building up a portfolio of real estate in Florida for over 20 years. And I get the number one question I get asked by my clients. I bet you can guess what it is. Take a guess. Get some wild stabs. The number one question.
Wait a second. But if I invest in Florida, you're going to have hurricanes every day, right? What do I do?
Yeah, bingo. That's the number one question. Here is my response. Three things, Clark. One, don't buy in a flood zone. There are millions and millions of houses in great neighborhoods in the state of Florida that are not in flood zones. So don't buy in a flood zone. Number two, do not buy a house with huge trees overhead, like the one behind me right now. And if you do have a house with huge trees, maintain them, because it is trees and tree limbs falling down in a storm that causes a lot of the damage inland. So don't buy houses with big trees over them. Number three, just carry good insurance. Make sure that you are insured. Make sure you've got good insurance. And if you do those three things, you probably going to sleep pretty well, storm or no storm.
Yeah. I've just got two quick ones for you, David. I went on about 3 days ago when I saw this thing was barreling toward us, and I made sure that every single insurance premium was paid up to date. A lot of them I have to pay month to month. And so I made sure that they're all paid so that I didn't get screwed over because the policy expired yesterday on, property A. And then the second thing is that, when I go a long time before I actually get to this point, is I talk to my property managers. I vet them to make sure that they've got my back and they've got the tenants back and they've been through this. So obviously a lot of these property managers have rode through storms before, and they're able to make sure that they're available for the tenants so the tenants feel like they're heard. And it's a huge deal to be able to make sure that they're quickly getting out after the point, reaching out to all the tenants. Hey, what happened after the storm? And then they feed back to the landlord, which would be me in this case. And that to me is super important to know they've got my back. And with those two things, with trees, staying out of flood zones, I'm going to sleep a lot better tonight, David.
You know what? Here's the illustration of that. I just was down at the waterfront. I live about, 13 blocks back from the water. And I live on a hill. And down by the water right now, down on the waterfront, I made some videos. It is bonkers. It's bonkers windy. That's where I am right. By the way, look at building on that side. This is one of our clients' buildings right here.
The Vons, yeah.
That's one of our client buildings right there, right?
Looking
What's around it? Guess what? There's little to no trees.
Yep.
This house is sitting pretty right now. There's no water anywhere that I can see. So this is one of our clients' homes right now, middle of the storm. Everybody's just in there chilling their boots, working away. So this house followed the three rules. No flood zone, no trees, great insurance, one extra rule, bought in a great neighborhood.
And we will all sleep better at night. So, David, we just wanted to give a few while we're out in the elements. The storm hasn't hit us quite yet, but we're seeing the beginning stages of it. And let's all hope that we can get through this thing together.
Well, you know what? That's it. And I'll leave you with this. Just know that CNN and all of the big media companies right now are directly down the waterfront. They're all in the harbor. They're on the beach. They're doing their theatrics about, getting blown away. I was just down there. It is pretty windy down there. 5 blocks back. It's just nice and serene. So just know that the media do stoke a fair bit of this. And I'm not saying storms aren't dangerous. I'm just saying there's things that the media do that make them out to be a little bit more widespread, maybe, than they actually are in real life.
Amen. We hope you're staying safe. If you're watching this, you're in Florida, in the areas that are being hit, in any of the states above, north of Florida, after it comes through our state. So be safe, and I hope this gave you some help.